doing well. Today is day 10 of the month of March. Mwaka nutukutwala gatagatamu emyezi 12 twalyako David katandise ogw'ekumi n'omunange n'okuba batuzayo emyezi 9 okumala. I hope you're doing well and you're healthy, and if you're not healthy, my prayers are out to you so that you can, if you have a family member that is not doing well, musabire aterere. I hope work is okay. If work is not okay, still we have to pray the Almighty. Probably good morning, Council. Long time. You take Council. Yeah, the Almighty knows best. Of all the things that we talk about, of all the things that we want. Good morning, Martha. Yeah. Toina kanaka kuba ida ibaka kola. It's very nice. Tewachari fufu and all. So today it's been like a long 3 days of no broadcast. I think Women's Day I did not broadcast, and yesterday I did not. 2 days, and yesterday I did not broadcast. Yeah, but I had told you already. Nabagamba Wednesday, Thursday for like 3 weeks. I ended up very, very busy, so I could not do that. But I'm back in full swing now, and yeah, our broadcasts are going to continue. So today we're going to be talking about SUVs versus minivans versus sedans. The sedans, in a younger game, a sedan. That drawn in front of us is actually a van. Ipsum is a minivan. Noah is a minivan. I know the Noah looks a little big, but because the Noah actually takes only 7 people, Noah and Ipsum in Jaulo zero. So the Noah is a minivan. The Wish is a minivan. The Isis is a minivan. So we're going to try and compare those 3 categories of cars that normally you guys actually want to buy, and we see which person, when should you buy which category of cars and all that. Of course, what was in a motor king that is really hatchback, just to category ya sedan. The difference between a sedan, an actual sedan, and the hatchback is that the hatchback will actually have bigger space. The hatchback will have a bigger boot. And good morning, Mr. Mpima. I hope you're doing well. So the difference, a hatchback ne sedan, egenda kubeeremu nti the sedan has a smaller boot. Eri hatchback osobola n'okusuula emito n'otikamu n'emiti and all that. Some hatchbacks, of course, there are those hatchbacks that are really small. Ngabovits or what osobola, but there are these hatchbacks eziri ngabora bakaribu. So let me just put the microphone. I find it to be, the sound is much better than this one, so I'm just going to put the microphone on, and then I'll put it in a position that you guys say it actually has better sound, not on my body. Do you get me loud and clear, guys? Loud and clear? If you don't get me, you tell me. Then I see what to do about it. But ideally, you should be getting me loud and clear because it's connecting. Yeah. Kati leo tugenda kuba twogera ku minivan, twogera ku sedan, twogera ku SUV. Good morning, Innocent. So ideally, everyone would want to drive an SUV. Thank you. Ideally, everyone would want to drive an SUV. That Harrier is an SUV. Then that Mark X is a sedan. Ideally, SUVs are comfortable. SUVs are prestigious and all that. Ideally, we would all want to drive an SUV. And particularly, it was very comfortable. Yari Harrier. Ate savu site yalina kawulu yari Harrier old model. It was really, really comfortable, and I really thought that anyone with the capability to actually carry that car, Harrier. It's a nice car, very comfortable. It looks very nice inside. It's a sedan. Basically, I really want to drive an SUV. But there are reasons why people don't drive an SUV, and there are reasons why you should not be buying an SUV. Because, in particular, I've gotten like 4 people that wanted to buy an SUV in the past 2 days. But the bizenyo, naye mbagamba amazima. Of course, there is also another person that came to me. He wanted a sedan. Nenga sedan ya million ya 28 nenga ya ina budget ya 20 million. Someone told me to stop using a lot of Uganda, so I'm going to try. Yeah. So and I've been getting that request for a very long time. Not that my English is bad. It's just that the Uganda cannot just go all the way. Anyway, so this is what happens. Is it cracking now again? Bill Gadgets, is it cracking now? My first position. Okay. Let me try to put it somewhere. But anyway, someone texted me and they told me they wanted a Mercedes-Benz C200 2008 and so many other things that come after that name. Ngomuntu bwanaje nakugamba njagala Corolla oba Corolla 2020 VTEC, right? So many other specifics that he wanted, but his budget was between 15 to 20 million, and you cannot get that car. Okuja ko ngoyagala gula moroka nga yingini ifunga, you're going to put a new engine. So I told him I was open because emitwala anagonange ngaga naye ati sagala kuya sente ya kibi, like I told you. Oli omwami yangamba nti ayagala the CRV Honda at 5 million. Because I'll tell you one thing, CRV Honda ne kugula million 10. It's the one car. The CRV Honda is one car that you will buy now, drive it home, and tomorrow morning it doesn't start. I know there are people that have had chances with the Hondas. Hondas are praised all world over to be a second only to Toyota in reliability. But that's in countries where people drive 0 mileage cars, and in countries where people have all the equipment they need and all the spares they need. They have a Honda dealership. And by the way, the people that are saying that Honda is very reliable, so Jamganga or Jamsanga, they are driving a CRV Honda 2012 model. You're going to buy a CRV Honda 1997 model, and you expect it to be as reliable as what they say on TV or on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? The only car that has stood the test of time in reliability, whether old or new, has been the Toyota. But you see that Subaru there, you get what? Because it's old. It's old. There are cars that are best driven when new. There are cars that are best driven when new, like a BMWs. Well, the Mercedes-Benz at least is the mechanic peace. It will not give you peace because the mechanics are few and most of them are robots. Babi, Makondo, you get. Anyway, our discussion today is going to be I request to revert to your. Are you sure this one is that bad? Okay, but the other one stresses me a little. Let me try to first revert to the phone microphone and then you compare, guys. Okay, so I'm back to the mic. I'm back to the phone microphone. Okay, so you tell me the comparison, which is better. I think it picks up a lot. Okay, so SUV versus sedan versus minivan. I think I'll first of all give you the advantages of an SUV and why people normally want to buy the SUVs. Okay, surprising. Anyway, why people want to drive SUVs and why in particular you who is watching this broadcast would want that one is what we call the hatchback as well. Obajibaita estate. The hatchback are normally smaller. These ones are normally called the estate. Is Okatinga Fielder. The Fielder is an estate. But in our discussion, even the Fielder, we are going to categorize it as we are going to categorize the Fielder as a sedan. Okay, because it can't go to the minivan. So we are going to categorize that. Okay, thank you guys. We are going to categorize that Fielder as a sedan. The Rumion is going to be a sedan because the Rumion is not an SUV. Of course, there are those small cars that can be called SUVs, like the Toyota Rush can be called an SUV because it's an SUV, small as it is. The Pajero Mini is an SUV. Karika Spatio wadekatu za abantu musamu. It cannot qualify to be kale tukatwaire mu minivan kuba katuuza abantu bangi ko kusinga ate estate ne sedan you get. But let's talk about the SUVs first because everyone wants to drive an SUV. Muchara wange ayagala SUV nga buchiwulira. We cannot afford it. But she wants an SUV as much as possible. But we can't afford it. Like most people cannot afford SUVs. Nayenga, they still actually feel that an SUV is one car that you want to drive. I got someone that texted me, I think this one texted me yesterday. He wants a RAV4 at 5 million, 4 to 6 million, between 4 to 6 million. And I told him, 4 million you will not get a RAV4, 6 million you will get, but it will not be in pleasant condition. You get, it will not be in pleasant condition. Now, I use the word pleasant. Tenyuma, right now a RAV4 at 6 million is not something you want to buy. But if you insist, it can be found. Ojaji Sanga, the interior will be trashed. It will not have tires. The body will be trashed. It will have police receipts. Basically, the RAV4 at 6 million will have a lot of work for you to do. Ojakubanga guzemoro ya junkyard. I don't know if you get what. Buying a RAV4 at 6 million right now, if it's not pure luck, you're going to buy a problem car. Right now, the cheapest RAV4 that would be in drivable condition would be 9 million. That's the smallest budget you should be having if you want to buy a RAV4 that is in drivable condition. But people want to buy SUVs because, well, first of all, an SUV is a car that puts you high. You're high up in the air. You're not as low as Arthur. So if I were driving an SUV, I would actually be like this. You get. So people are high when they drive SUVs and they can see in front. One thing I've realized why women want to drive SUVs is because the woman can actually sit down on the ground. So some people believe that if they cannot see the ground, they cannot drive properly. So that's one of the reasons why people drive or want to buy an SUV, because they can sit down there and they believe that they will drive better. Probably true for the women, because driving a car is basically a sense. You need to know where is my tire. My tire is at the end of the windscreen and at the end of the windscreen. But some people don't have the sense to know that, okay, this is where my tire is and this is where my tire is. Because me, I've been driving a car for more than 10 years. And that's the thing I use, like computer kwa nguliwa. I don't, even now as I drive, I don't see the ground. But I don't need to see the ground for me to drive properly. You get, I use my sense. I don't see I don't see my bumper. I don't even see my bonnet, but it's the sense. But some people want to buy SUVs and those vans that are high like the Noah, because, well, they see down there. The next reason why people want to buy SUVs is because of the comfort. Let's accept SUVs are very comfortable. They are very comfortable. Why? Because the suspension is bigger and stronger. First of all, they have bigger tires, so the potholes are not felt as much as you feel them when you're driving a sedan like mine. Okay, now for those that don't know, because I see some new names, I drive a 2001 Corolla, the ones that you call Nabakova, because they used to be police cars in the beginning. So that's the one I drive. It's a sedan, it's quite small. Yeah, so my car has smaller suspension system compared to the SUVs that you would find. Like I've told you, the Harrier is very comfortable. And when you drive, it goes this way and that way. It's quite comfortable. They normally have very comfortable seats as well. Now, when you compare the RAV4 to the Harrier, especially the old RAV4, which is what most people actually buy these days, buying a small money. If you have a small budget, the RAV4 old model is what you will buy. When you compare that to the Harrier or the old model Harrier is actually too comfortable. They have very nice seats. You see, my seats are really nice. They're really smooshy and all. But then the Harrier has much more comfortable interior. It looks nice. Even the dashboards are really nice. So people like that feeling of comfort. We have said, first of all, the cars are high. Secondly, they're very comfortable. Thirdly, the SUVs will give you prestige because they are luxury cars. Most of these SUVs were created as luxury cars. You get, there are cars that were created as budget cars, like this Corolla. It's a budget car. It's a 1.5cc car. A liter takes me for about between 13 to 15 kilometers. You get very, very good mileage, and my engine is old. I'm going to change it. Now, when I change my engine, this car should be able to give me 20 kilometers per liter. You get, because my engine actually consumes some oil. But with a healthy engine, I should be able to get 18 to 20 kilometers per liter. Very nice. It means I'll be using like 1.5 liters to come from my 35 kilometer home to town. You get, and then I use another 1.5 liters to go back, which is very, very good. Now, a person that drives a Harrier to come from my estate where I live, they'll be using about 50,000 a day minimum, probably even 70,000. But I don't. I use 25. You get. So this is a budget car. An SUV like a Kawondo would not be a budget car. It will consume fuel like it was sent to drink it. You get. But we have so far covered the 3 reasons. 1, it's high. 2, it's comfortable. 3, it's prestigious. The other reason why people actually choose to buy SUVs is the SUVs have more space. SUVs have more space. Because they are big, they'll definitely have bigger boots. They'll have more space here when you're seated. Their seats will be bigger. Passengers in the back will actually have more space for them to stretch, for their legs and all that. So they have more space. You can actually, but the only disadvantage, especially with the Kawondo, when you look at the Harrier Kawondo, to sobra kujiti kanga botika these other cars, shocks zayo zili weak. It's meant to carry passengers, not to carry luggage. You get the way we Ugandans are used to. When you buy a big car, it means you're going to load it. No, that doesn't happen with the. That doesn't happen with the Harrier Kawondo. It has very bad suspension, especially in the back. That's why you'll find that sometimes those Harriers, their tires are outward facing. The suspension behind is dead. So there are other SUVs that can actually carry a lot of luggage, but the Harrier Kawondo, no. So, but assumably, people believe that the big space means you can actually load more luggage. Which take it, more luggage on my sedan. My car, I put, sometimes when I put a chitundu chama and it's not charcoal, I put that sack of charcoal. I can't close the boot. Yet with the Harrier Kawondo or with the Harrier, it will go all the way into the boot. The same thing with the RAV4. The same thing with the CR-V Honda. The same thing with the Subaru XT. You get it? It will all go inside. Which take it. So they believe that, okay, the bigger the car, then they can actually get bigger space to load luggage, to load passengers, for people to be comfortable. That's why the MPs, when they are passing their budgets, they actually get that's why they get they try to get budgets to buy them those big SUVs. So how about Impreza hatchback GP7 2014? I have no idea how that thing looks. Probably I'll have to research it, then get back to you. The estimation fuel consumption, is it after considering the jam or averagely? No, mine, I'm telling you, my fuel consumption every day, whether there is jam or not, whether I use SC or not, you get. Because now, just look at this. Let me share this. Whatever. This is how much I've traveled, the kilometers, 501 kilometers, and because I had a full tank. So when I tell you the fuel consumption, it's not where there is no jam. It's my fuel consumption is whether there is jam or not. That's how much I consume. Sometimes you have to love these traffic officers because the bitara bikwata yena nabata. Yeah, so let me see. Innocent Mugabe is saying, I'm informed that Toyota Vista share spare with Primos, maybe, but the parts can be a challenge. Yeah, Toyota Vista is very easy to manage, but body parts, when do you know? You're a poor driver. But even the body parts are there. These guys import everything. And the visitors are everywhere. Yeah. So, Bill Gadgets can akamuro kakareke baba. Ichikanguza ingi njagala kongere kakendeze kunywa. No ingi ni nkadde yakowa. Anyway, SUVs, that car in front of us is a RAV4, that's an SUV. That's one of the most popular SUVs in Uganda at the moment. Ochitegeera. That's one of the most popular SUVs ever in Uganda. And one of the reasons why that RAV4 is very popular is because of reliability and ease of maintenance. Of course, maintenance of the RAV4 is not cheap, but it's easy because the spare is available. The problem will not be that the spares are not there. It will be that you don't have the money to buy the spares. Even the Harriers are actually okay to manage. It's just that the spares are very expensive. Even when compared to the RAV4, the Harriers are too expensive. Good morning, Muhammad. X-Trail, go buy a Kruger. I'm thinking you're thinking about buying the X-Trail because the X-Trail is cheaper than a Kruger, right? But the X-Trail will cost you more in maintenance. It's maintainable if you have money. I'll tell you one thing, guys. There is no car that is not maintainable. But I have a friend that has an X-Trail. I've not gotten the time to go do an interview on him. But I'll tell you one thing. The X-Trail is maintainable, but it's expensive. Where you'll buy shock absorbers of the Kruger at 200,000, the shock absorbers of X-Trail will be 400. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So it will just take your money. X-Trail also not so comfortable in my experience. Okay, I've not actually sat in the X-Trail, but one reason that people use as a selling point for the X-Trail is that the X-Trail consumes less fuel than the Harrier or the Kruger. But don't buy the X-Trail. Simu bubi. Don't buy the X-Trail. If you're looking for an SUV that will give you peace, Toyota is your thing. Toyota is your brand. SUV ngenda kuwa ku mirembe. Ejja kuba ya bei era na tejja kumarako mirembe. It will be a Toyota. You get. So I think those are the main reasons why people buy SUVs. They are high, they are comfortable, they give you prestige, they give you space. Okay? Now, why should you not buy an SUV? Why should you not buy an SUV? And you know, my Muchara has wanted a RAV4 since we met. I've personally never bought a RAV4. I've never bought an SUV. I've never seen a reason to buy it. I've bought VANS, but I've never seen a reason to buy an SUV, because an SUV is sort of the car you buy when you want to waste some money. Yeah, because it's RAV4 seats the same people like my sedan. And how many times are you going to be using the boot? And why do you even need to be high? Starbucks, me, I don't want to risk it. I'm going to buy the Starbucks fuel in this old engine because I'm going to put it out. But I'll put the Starbucks oil when I have the Kamane here for the new engine, because I'll try kubanga neba abaina simanya ultra because ebitya Ultratech simanya because ebitya nabo bagamba amafuta gabe malungi, but then mechanics are saying their fuel is bad. I get even Isuzu Bighorn. Isuzu Bighorn is not a car. Isuzu Bighorn is somewhere where you buy something when you want to drop money. Nissan Terrano, Isuzu Bighorn, those are not cars. Those are things you buy when you want to waste money. Hey. Yeah. You will buy that thing 5 million and you'll buy it 1 million. Those are things you buy. Those are things you buy when you want to waste some money. Don't buy. That's why I never even talk about these cars, because like in this day and age, you even wants to buy a big horn. Okujako wannabes, you want to seem like you have some command and anger you don't have. Because that's the only reason you would be buying a big horn or a Terrano. Let's take it out. X-ray is bad news. Hey, you were behind me, Marvin. But the Momorokachi. Sikurabie. Let me see. Please do a special one day on best petrol station to buy fuel from. Someone was telling me Starbucks fuel is good, another is saying no. Okay, I'm going to try and do an analysis myself. I'm going to try and do my analysis. A friend who had an Isuzu Bighorn was talking to himself on the streets alone because of the stress the car gives him. There are cars you don't buy. The reason why I tell you guys to buy Toyotas is because me, I've found peace in Toyotas. And I know people that have Toyotas have peace. It's not a mistake that everywhere you look, if it's not a Toyota, maybe now it's a Subaru. And if it's a Subaru, it's a new Subaru. But Toyotas will even be old. You see Toyota UAE, but you can't find a Subaru UAE. Subaru UAEs are in garages. Toyota UAEs are on the road. The CRV Honda is there, UBA. These guys are joking on the road. You're even confused which line should I go to. All the lines are too slow. All the lines are slow. So that's the Harrier that I told you. It's very comfortable. Now this one, I think he has small tires. With that Harrier, you can actually put big tires and make it big, make it taller. Okay, give it higher ground clearance. I think that's the correct language to use. Kati ino mupira mutone yo Harrier. Ina ajivuga yenyini na etamanyi bulungi kuvuga. Walole namuyisa. Walole kali avuga korola nganze. Anyway, you guys, we have talked about reasons why people want to buy SUVs and probably reasons why you're going to want to buy SUVs. Now I'm going to cover reasons why nobody should be buying SUVs. One, the higher ground clearance is not needed. Sometimes when you ask people why they are talking about higher ground clearance is that they tell you it doesn't, when you're driving over the humps, you will not damage the under the car. Who cares about the under the car? That's it. Musimanya, you'll not feel the potholes. Buy good shocks for your car. Even may I feel the potholes, but I know that if the Harrier is going to improve anything, it's going to improve very little about my feeling of the potholes. You get what I'm saying? So yes, I feel the potholes, but I'm not going to sleep in the car. The car is supposed to be comfortable enough for me to go home or to go to work, not for me to want to sleep there. Now I'm talking to people like me. Okay, I'm not talking to the people that have their money, because I know people that have their money and they don't care. But I also know people that have money, but they are very calculative about where they spend their money. So if you're one of those guys that is very calculative about where you put your money, yeah, these are the reasons why you should not be buying SUVs. The higher ground clearance is not needed. You don't need the higher ground clearance. Just be a good driver. And the things of a motoka yekuta, njulanga yekuta nange nepulira bubi, who cares? Who cares? And let me tell you, the moment you drive a car, whether you have bought it from a person or from a bond, the moment you drive it off, it has lost value somehow, somewhere. Ochitegera. So byonna bitubera wano tuogera, you know, atha byabagamba najigula 5 kitundu njituna 8, atha akanise. So it's true, yes, the people are buying it more than what I bought it, but I've been maintaining it. So it's possible that I've put more money than they are even offering me now. Ochitegera. So let me tell you one thing. It's a car will lose value. Ochitegera. Kati omuntu atategera nti emotoka losing value, omuntu atakanikanga ku motoka. Me, I've bought cars and fixed cars and made cars better, and I'll tell you, it's very hard for someone to give you the money that you have put into your car. I'll give you this example. One of my clients, I put my head is bigger than it is in real life. So I'm going to sort it when I park. But anyway, one of my clients, I'm a tracker, I na RAV4 in Empia, very classy car, and he was telling me, like, normally when but my head is not this big. It's actually. Hey, it's actually no. You see, it can reduce sometimes. I'm going to fix that. Anyway, he was telling me when he buys cars, for him he doesn't make loss. But let me tell you, when you buy a car and resell it after driving it, you're losing money one way or another. You lose some money. There is money that I personally calculate in my car. Thank you very much. There is money I calculate when I do service on my car, I put it on the tab of my car. But that's every money I've put into this car, third party transfer, because but when someone is offering me 8 million or 10 million, it's a lot of money because I bought it 5.5. So the next time you buy a car and you're reselling and you think you're making a profit, go back. Kora mathematics. Of course, there are people that don't record everything. I told you the voucher. Yesterday. Voucher. I don't want to wake up one day and I don't know where money has gone. I need to know where every shilling has gone. So when I tell you that every person that has ever bought a car, a broker, hey, ataba broker rwendi basomesa nti bakola loss bajja kuyiga n'abasuubuzi b'emmoroka rwendi basomesa nti akola loss, the day I do math for them to actually understand that okay, you make losses, ne bwoba osuubira nti oli musuubuzi nnyo, oli mu kukola loss, bajja kuyiga. I have friends by the way abirowooza nti basuubuzi ba mmoroka bonna naye nga nze nabikola. Igo, let me try to fix this. And my head is too big. Anyway, these days Honda CR-Vs appeal to me. People used to fear them, that shocks and spares. Very expensive, by the way. It hasn't changed, David Jack. It hasn't. Bicha Alibia Bay. Thank you, Edrin, for watching. Arthur, how much is the price of Ipsum engine? Ipsum engine, a million bili chitundu. Jobule watch seke MPI. Watching you from Sheraton, Grand Doha. Thank you very much. Our road quality changes every day. Where you can pass today, tomorrow you find the gullies because of rain. And that's why I'm telling you. Honda. These nuwas. Nuwa zina ebibiwa watiro. Chovora nuwa ebisinga zikubagana. Because we are bay of replacing. Oyinza okusanga ekitanda bakiguze million ya mune ekitundu. Ninge muroka bajigula million 10. Kati ate ekitanda kifa buli mwaka. Kati buli mwaka ng'ogula ekitanda kyokka million ya mune ekitundu, it's not worth it. Oh, again. Ground clearance issue is exaggerated. Exactly. Thank you very much, Innocent. gets tracked gets measured. Thank you, Ben. Nze wange nyina voche wange ne muno mu moroka nyina mu voche yange. I buy something for the car, I record. I even have an application on my phone. Hey, wait. Me, I know how much money I need. That's why there are jobs I don't do. Anyway, today SUV. Reasons you should not be buying any SUVs. Now I'm talking to people like me. I've realized from people that I know that most of us in Africa, basically, people start getting money in their early 40s. They said every single sentence zogament kakati I'm secure. Apartments. They said every single this is not. There are people that make money in their early 20s. But those are exceptions. But you remember there is a time katikiro where you get an agamba. People start getting a lot of money in their 50s. I put big tires on my field and the ground clearance is perfect. Thank you very much. Because in Pira so it has to roll more times to actually accommodate circumference. I actually considered putting back my smaller tires on my Corolla because I know it will give me better mileage. I considered it. I'm actually considering ntibwenteka ko jempira jako jino kubera ku 185, then take ko shocks nene, take me spring nene, you get, so that I put probably bigger spaces, but then atenda be inzo kuba no kudduka nziruka ebisere bino, and my entire family normally is seated in here. But anyway, you should not be buying SUVs because bobangoli in your early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, you don't have a lot of money. SUVs are going to be a money pit, like Innocent was saying. And especially you guys, forget about SUVs that are not Toyotas. Bobanga, you're still making your small money. Forget about SUVs that are not Toyota. Let's stick to Toyota. But one, ground clearance is exaggerated, like Innocent has said. You don't really need that much ground clearance. My Toyota Corolla doesn't have high ground clearance. But the only time that my car quotas on the hump is when I go to those poorly made humps, and they are not humps that are made by professional engineers. They are humps that are made by villagers in the villages. That's the only time I get my car to quota down. You get? So ground clearance is exaggerated. Second, if you're going to be driving a car and you're not going to overload it, you don't really need that much ground clearance. You get? So yes, it's exaggerated. Two, SUVs are very expensive to maintain. First of all, the tire of my car is, I bought it 165 or 170. The tire for a RAV4 starts at 350 and above. That's very expensive. Now let me tell you, people are buying my car 8 million, 8.5, 9 million. The RAV4, me, I would not recommend you to buy RAV4 old model more than 9 million. I would not tell you to do that. Okay? So you can imagine that my car has low ground clearance, very cheaper to maintain, going for the same price like an SUV. The Harrier, the 3000cc old model, 5 million, 6 million you can get. The only trouble will be that you will not be able to afford fuel most of the time. Tires are expensive. Suspension is very expensive compared to mine because in the shokos and nazigule emitwalo 2 ezo maaso ngenda gena ngule eze mabeganda za emitwalo nga 8 je emitwalo 16 babu take him. So I'm going to put bigger springs to lift my car a little. I don't take it for granted, by the way. Thank you very much. It might look like I only care about the guys that engage, but I also care so much about you. I put ground clearance is not overrated. When you live in villages like us, if you replace a fuel tanker 2 times, you learn, Jack, it seems you drive very fast. I've driven all my life and I drive fast. There's a time when Nadinga and dating Amchara Wanga to campus, I would drive in a year quarter nebwat. I would go very fast, but I've never replaced a fuel tanker. Fuel tanker, Jack. Tell me that story about when you replaced a fuel tanker. Tell me. No. And trust me, I've never replaced a fuel tanker. No. That must be very bad driving. An SUV is very expensive to maintain. And also one thing you need to understand about SUVs, space in the car is overrated also. Space in the car is overrated. You don't need that much space. Good morning, Dennis. You don't need that much space. I drive 30 kilometers a day. These people, my kids are be sleeping, my wife be sleeping. But now, do you need more space?
No.
Okay.
No.
You want more space?
No.
They don't. I think I got new SUVs. But the only trouble I have with my car is that, okay, the boot is not very, very nice looking. But ideally, we would put the kids' things in the boot. The kids' things why to be some boot. Neka tutambula nabyo. Iranzo muto gwango gomase bisere bisinga guba mufunte eka wensa oyange neza abana bichi na bichi. Ukitegeera. But ideally, the space thing is overrated. I have people that I know that drive Wish. Nenge mitoje mabega jonna jiba mikalu half of the time. So space is overrated. You can buy a sedan internal, you drive it with your family. Atenda kufa bavuka tuchazala ngabe batuma. Ochitegeera. It's not like when you were born you were given a target David Jack, you would have 20 kids.
Okay.
2 kids are enough, 3 kids are enough, and my sedan can take 3 kids. Ochitegeera, 3 kids and their mother. And you'll be okay. Even a Vitz can take them. You don't even need a sedan for that. The boat you put their bags, take them to school. So space is overrated. The height, it's overrated. It's overrated as well. Then, the prestige, the luxury, also overrated. Like, you need legroom when you go long distance travel of 400 kilometers. Legroom. There is a time I was performing in Denmark. I was in Switzerland. We were crossing to Denmark. No, it was the Netherlands. We were in Amsterdam. And we drove from Amsterdam to the next country, Sijijukira. We drove in a car that looks like a fielder. So it's not an SUV. As long as your car is comfortable, people will be comfortable. And we drove a very long distance. I think kilometers about 400 kilometers. And we were comfortable, very comfortable. We were very comfortable. We drove from one country to another. And then after the concert, we drove back from that country back to the country where we came from. And we were very comfortable. Bill Gadget is saying Arthur, height is needed. I hate the look taxi people put at when I'm driving, like I'm low. Gaetano, that's malala. Me, I don't care. You know what I do? Actually, when Mvuga, I should document what I do normally when I'm driving. When Mvuga, I actually put my windows down. Overtaking. Taxi people should not make you feel bad. Most of them are not even driving their cars. Feel good. SUVs are not worth it. Personally, this is my opinion. SUVs are not worth the money. They are not worth the maintenance cost. You guys are not here. Huh? You're here.
Yes, but I was saying if I have a school message.
But you keep it up. I can do that on Monday. Let me do it on Monday.
You can break your phone and
I know. You bring. Let me go there now. Okay. Sorry guys for the interruption. Yeah, I put you on my Wi-Fi. You saw.
Thanks, babe.
By the way, guys, I bought the MTN thing. It's slower than Airtel. This. Right now, I'm back to my Airtel data. Nuggets in MTN. So, shame on you, MTN. Shame. Say shame, MTN. Shame, MTN. Yes, shame on you, MTN. I went and bought this thing. This thing is slower than Airtel. Yet, I was saying Airtel was slow. I could not even connect to the live broadcast. I had to switch to my data. Kati mukama katonda kana akantu nkatunda ngenda kusalirako boboka gule gwenge wamwe MTN, the network is good. Anyway, back to SUVs. I find that SUVs, the cost is overrated, especially kufa abavubuka bobo kyali muvubuka ngocheyiya ngokyatete nkanya sente nga tunafuna nnyo gye tuyita passive income eri etakumenya Some taxi told the vits jawo poti. Nze bwonvuma bwonto nga parkinga ngateka mu ne double indicator. Under the law that's not nsobola ga imoroka yange ezikidde yokka. Okitegeera. Mugenda mu take your place, you pay taxes. Last year I paid taxes. I believe I should be given the taxpayer of the year award. What happened to MTN? It used to have the best internet and clear calls. Muganda wange kaka no yinakajeko kankajinako ngeze nenka samu sente zange naye sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's very slow. Kat Airtel internet etandise okustabilizinga, but I just needed to get an option kati injidina. If Airtel disturbs me, I just load data, and MTN data is cheaper than Airtel, by the way, because with 100k Airtel gives you 48 GB, MTN gives you 50 GB. Yeah. Other Bill Gadgets I sell open to any network MiFis. Kati olaba Bill Gadgets tukola Tuesday market Tuesday temu marketinga. Nali badde nzija ne nkugulako MiFi. Okiraba. At my place it's better than Airtel. Bill Gadgets, bambi you people come and market on Market Tuesday. You market, share your numbers, share your business locations. You guys could actually get business from a lot of people here. These videos you see, I look at the analytics, and right now I have 20 viewers watching. However, after this video has been uploaded by YouTube later on in the day, people keep watching because my watch time keeps going. The views, they keep growing. The subscriptions keep growing. So people watch these videos afterwards and they watch the full length. I actually have people at my workplace that started watching. Hey, but Arthur, your videos are long. There's a video I saw that was 2 hours. And then they told me something I said at the end. Bill, someone is asking how much are the MiFis. Yeah, anyway, SUVs, personally, I find that they are not worth the cost to buy them, not even worth the cost to maintain at the present time. And I can afford an SUV, by the way, guys. Nsobola okutunda akakola kange nengulayo RAV4. Nsobola okutunda kola yange nengulayo hari yankumi 3 nemfisawo n'akasente. Kuba hari yankumi 3 njifuna ku 5. My mechanic was sending me options of Harriers release is $1,500,000 kitundu mukaga. Hey guys, kati gwengole mu kuvuga moroka. Nenge yo hari yankumi 3 ogigula ne kulemereye waka because 3000cc is what my consumption 2 times. Ate because it's automatic kitegeza nzo kuve wange n'okuddayo mbange nakunywanga emitwalo mukaaga buli lunaku. Kitegeza omuntu anywa emitwalo mukaaga olina kukola emitwalo 12 olunaku. How many people do you know that make 120,000 every day? Very few people. Okitegeera. Ojja kusanga even the CEOs of big companies like Centenary and all bafuna fuel allowances on top of their salaries. They make sure they negotiate it. Mumpe ku fuel allowance. Not now. I don't know if you get me, guys. Anyway, we have covered why people should be buying SUVs and probably why they should not be buying SUVs. And someone asked about X-Trail, and Innocent told you X-Trail is a money pit. Money pit, ngabo manyi bagamba dustbin. You'll be throwing money in the car at Zija Vayo. Yeah, Vanguard seems to be replacing. I think the reason is because some Vanguards have 7 seats. So it's a van in an SUV. Yeah, so probably that's why. Yes. So let's go. We are taking SUV versus sedan versus minivans, and we say the Ipsum is a minivan. Excuse me. We said the Nua is a minivan. We said the drone is a van. Chigege is a van. We said even the Spacio, the new model that has 7 seaters, can be a minivan, sort of. And we said even the estates, we are going to take them as we are going to consider them to be sedans. Katsidani and Corolla, Primo, those are sedans. My wife hates sedans. She would not drive a sedan. She would rather drive a Vitz. She would prefer an SUV, but we cannot afford an SUV. Can I afford? Can I afford? Can I afford? Yet we really need a second car. There are times when I'm supposed to work late. She has to get off work at 4, but because of the distance where we live, she has to actually wait for me. So some of those days would actually need the second car to buy off. Now so we really need a second car. As I talk about the car guards, I seem to be confused on which is better, because some are strong but too heavy. the light ones are too weak. I don't think you need a guard on your car. If you're a good driver, you don't need a guard on your car. Just be careful on the road. Let me tell you, guards are actually dangerous for your car. Guards are dangerous for your car because you bobane guard in automera. Guard ye kuononere motoka. The reason why these cars have bumpers, you see bumpers are soft. Bumpers, the reason why bumpers are not metal, they are called bumpers for a reason. Bumpers are supposed to help you with impact. That when you knock the car in front of you, the bumper will get smushy. The bumper will get smushy. I don't know why people even started putting guards on the cars. First of all, they are heavy. They'll increase your fuel consumption. I think some of those guards, people put them for design. But those guards, because they are metallic, when you knock something, the guard will squish, will press the bumper, and will press the other parts of your car. So the bumper will actually end up being dangerous for your car. Don't put guards on your car if you're a good driver. Me, I don't have a guard on my car. And trust me, I don't have damages on the... Okay, see you. I don't have a guard, and I don't wish to have a guard on my car. So avoid guards if you can. Your guard again there is a reason why the factory doesn't make a guard with a car. Actually, the only cars that have guards from the factory are those SUVs, the off-road cars like Jeep. And because those guys know, in the chassis. But now someone driving a car like my Corolla, why would you be putting a guard on your car? It's even illegal, by the way. It's not allowed. It's just that our government is laxing on the laws. A car that doesn't come with guards, it should not be having guards. The bull bars, there are cars that come with bull bars from the factory. You're welcome, firstborn. A car that comes with a bull bar from the factory has a bull bar. Now, a car like a Lexus, why are you putting a guard on Lexus? Just drive carefully. Don't scratch, don't get too close to cars, don't compete with taxi guys, you'll be safe. And if you compete, be good like me. I compete with people nebanvi. There's a time nali kupitala we one day what taxi daga zako kunemesa nempugula nenzideno na park na imirira na mune ngenda nenga. But afterwards I thought to myself that was stupid. Indeed it was stupid. Omanyi kupitala nga police batadde what taxi daga zako kulemesa uju nadeno uju. Afterwards I said that you're stupid. And I was stupid. Naenda chikola. Putting guards are illegal. I'm learning new things here. Yeah, guards are not legal. Guards are not. Eradi inda code banajja. Nebaga katukwata motoka za guard. You will tell me because which car? Okay, you guys have seen those showrooms of Nissan, the new showrooms Toyota. Which car do you see has a guard? Mwamuro was abakoleze moroka bagwagwa. The bumper is supposed to protect your car. That's why it's plastic. Until when you bobo made the sibamangu bumper yebefuna damage emoroka yomu na chassis na bichi biremekola ki biremekufuna naye ogatako guard kitegeza every time you knock the guard will push everything inside and damage your car. Anyway, to veyo we are good morning Ivan, we are comparing SUVs which we have talked about already, sedans and vans. Now we are going to talk about sedans like mine, my Corolla 2001 bana kana kamuro kamukalike ngenda kasamu yingi ni empia. Oh, saga na kogera na kukana kamoroka kabaragaf. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the sedans now. Why do people like sedans? Number one, sedans are cheap. They are cheap to buy. Katungame, when I was in marketing school, the head of course Yatugamanga, stop using the word cheap when you're talking to customers. You should be using the word affordable. Either when I'm talking to my customers, but you guys, you're too expensive. I tell you, we are the most affordable in the market, and it's the truth. In the market, I try to be the most affordable. I try to be the most affordable. So sedans are very affordable to buy. Sedans are they are much more affordable than even the vans and the minivans. So sedans, that's one reason you should, and that's one reason probably why people buy sedans like the Corolla. They are very, very affordable to buy. A 2001 Harrier would be much more expensive to buy than a 2001 Corolla. That's why you find that the Subaru XTs are much more expensive to buy than the Subaru Imprezas. because remember it's an estate, it's a hatchback, but we are considering it as a sedan. That's why the XT is much more comfortable because it's an SUV. So sedans are very affordable to buy. 2, sedans are very affordable to maintain. I've just told you my shocks in front, they cost me 200,000. Of course kati mwabala bazibaguza asatu mwetano baba mukufe tugezi wara mukonete nonyeza. And by the way, the shocks I bought are much better quality than the shocks that you normally buy. I should go talk to that Indian ampe bajita batya affiliate marketing, can come marketing the shocks because they are really nice guys. I bought shocks from this guy and my mechanic, I've driven them for like 6 months now, and my mechanic is saying shocks ono guy inga nungi. The shocks those guys sell to you at 300 and 350. Guarantee yawe baya miezi 5 mugo mukaga zenga shock zifa, you can't talk to them again. But these shocks, and they are still strong. So I'm going to go ngenda guleze mabigana zone that day. So I'm going to go and buy the rear shocks, and I'm really happy with the front shocks though. So anyway, sedans are very easy to maintain. The shocks for the RAV4, you'll buy them probably 450 or 500,000 one pair. Me, I buy mine 200,000. So very, very affordable. But that's because they are bigger. Every part that goes into an SUV is bigger than the part that goes into a sedan. The tires, the tires of a sedan. Yeah, so everything is much more affordable to buy with a sedan. Let's even look at the engine. Should engines blow? 2 engines blow. You have a RAV4. I have my sedan, my Corolla. My Corolla, the engine is 1.9. I normally tell you 2 million. Na yate ngamnemu 1.9 makanika wangeze yangamba yagatamu ichonchimanyi. But I said 2 million. Ochitegera. Network has started doing its thing, the Airtel network. The RAV4 engine, the old model is 2.5 to 3 million. It's already more expensive. Let's go to the windscreen. My windscreen is 200. The RAV4 windscreen is 250. Let's go to the fuel. There is no SUV that is below 2000 cc. Of course, there are those new RAV4 new models after the old model where they have a 1.8 cc engine. But then there is also a Harrier like 2016, I think. The 2016 Harrier has a 1.8 cc engine and it's VVTi and it's even hybrid. So I guess you see now the comparison. Yeah, but when you look at fuel, having a sedan is cheaper than having an SUV. So you see, I don't even think I have reasons why you should not be buying sedans. But then there are reasons why you should not be buying an SUV. But I don't have reasons why you should not be buying a sedan. But yeah, because sedans are cheap in every way. But don't worry, if it comes time like you need to resell your car, sedans are easier to resell than SUVs because they are cheaper. Osobola okubeera ne SUV kyo ng'ekyo Lexus ekituli maaso n'onoonya kuwa ssente mu bwangu nga tokola ki nga tomulaba. That's why most of those guys that drive those cars babeera ne looni nnene, babeera ne looni ebiseera ebisinga because kizibu kusanga muntu alina million 8 kugula mmotoka eyo. Okitegeera mu bwangu naye ng'ate ebiseera ebisinga when you have a problem and you will find that like me, if I had a problem I'll find that I need 2 million nenge mmotoka million 8 yange nsobola ogitunda mangu kati ojja musanga nga he has a problem of 10 million but this guy is worth 70 million. No one has 70 million lying down there nga tasobola game of bond. Okitegeera, so you'll find that he's stuck with his car, so he has to go to money lenders. That's why you find that people that drive those expensive cars most of the times have money lender issues because they drive cars that are not sellable quickly. That's why I tell you guys, even if you get a lot of money, always have like a small car that you can sell quickly to solve your quick problems. I don't know if I make sense. I don't think I have a reason why you should not be buying sedans. I'm driving a sedan. I've been driving sedans. I have driven vans before. Minivans before. Now, that we have compared. Me, I don't. If you have a reason why people should not be buying sedans, please share in the comments. Go to Gambe Togura sedan because of this. Of course, there are sedans that not be bought. Like now, why are you buying a Kia? A sedan that is a Kia. Why are you buying a Nissan? Why are you buying a Mazda? Why are you buying a Mitsubishi Simanya Garland? Buy Toyotas, guys. Now, that's why people will text me and I want this car at this much. I have your consultation fee, and I tell you, you have my consultation fee, but please let's not buy that car. Finally I'm back. Away. Bad to say because the network. Sorry, I was working now because I have data and then Wi-Fi. So the guy is going to go back there, and I'm going to get affiliate marketing money, because I don't see why I should not be getting affiliate marketing. But his products are good, by the way. What we be mtaina gura yo I'll tell you what you should not be buying from that part. Saying buy according to your pocket and what you like. I think, Jack, the what you like thing should not be there. Somewhere we should buy what serves us. Where we should buy what serves us. So now I would prefer to be buying the Toyota Starlet 2021 BT. That's what I like, but I can't afford it. And even if I could afford it, that's a lot of money. Million and some Zizimba apartments. Hatchbacks na tukasigira ba comment. Uno JK sedan. Of course hatchbacks that have that sleek look, kati tena bikanga motoka ya bulijjo. But very soon hatchbacks are going to be very many because people are buying so many ones. Minivans abagambi mwe muli Ipsam, mwe muli Wish, mwe muli Noah, okay? Mwe muli Isis. Kasteba angetuza more than 5 people. I want to count it as a minivan. Your pocket and what you like. Yeah, what you like to karikeo JK. Do you know tukajeo? Do you know why we should not say what you like? Because some people have money that is seasonal. People have money that is seasonal and they buy something that they will not afford in the next season because they like it. Like me in the performing arts, their season I make losses. Nenkola losi nengwa. Nayate nsobola okufuna season nerama. Kati if I have a season when nama kati ngene ngule haria nga next season kijja kunsala. Okitegeera until probably I can afford to maintain that cap mu bituufu byayo. Nenjisigaza netamenya. Like not just afford to buy it but afford to maintain it for the long term. Probably we should say afford to buy and maintain it in the long term. Yeah. If you like it but can't afford it, it isn't for you. Yeah, true that. Anyway, the minivans, why people buy minivans, the biggest reason why people buy minivans is the number of seats. The biggest reason I found people buy Wish is the number of seats and space. Sorry, network went off again. I think basi budabanang. Anyway, majority of the time when people buy the minivans, the Wish, the Ipsam, the Noah, the Alphard, they are buying them because of the number of seats and space. Tebaina ngandala. Okuja kati waliwo kati minivans ezo kati Alphard tujijene mu minivan because yo ya bay no maintaining eringa SUV. Okitegeera. But the people that buy minivans like Wish, they only buy for the space and number of seats. Okitegeera. Your pocket disciplines you to like what it can afford. Chandiva. Your pocket disciplines you to like what it can afford. Jack. So majority of the time people buy, like me, I would buy a Wish because maintaining a Wish is basically like maintaining a Corolla. In the fuel consumption. But the Wish and the Corolla maintenance is the same. The reason I'm driving a Corolla and not a Wish is because the Corolla consumes less fuel. But other than that, I'd be driving a Wish. I'm actually considering okuteka yaka sente kagende ko mu Wish. Omukyala ye yagale. Agende waba bagamba omwami yangulira. agamwami yangulira. The only trouble with you men buying women cars that make you look like you have money is that if a family is not well off, they'll start looking at you. But even when the family is well off, wabaina ne basista abato batandika okutunuliranga source of pocket money ne babulaza abato. So that would be a danger. So ogulira omukyali muruka mugire muruka nkadde kadde. Ireme kubaamu byakulowoleza nnyo. Anyway guys, I've covered what I came to cover. Do you have an addition, guys? Minivans are much more expensive to buy than sedans most of the times, but maintaining them is literally the same of fuel consumption here in Yamuko. I hope the person that told me to try and use more English, I've used 80% English, not so. I've used 80% English today. Tomorrow, I'll try to use 90% English. And then after that 90% English is good. If you're in Uganda, even in Gulu, people use Uganda. So the 10% can be tolerated, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's also the way I make you love my culture. Because we are supposed to spread our culture to other people so that people... The in-laws are not my responsibility. Toyagala bantu bapole bana because barabo inawo ngati toyina kyobayamba. But it's also a good thing to help when you can. Nenze sinatuka kusobola kuyamba bantu. Kyali munaku mvuga korola biri gumungo ngamba kutandika kuyamba nyambe ki. Thank you very much for being live. Ate network wevako wenkoma obasinako bantu. Anyway, Council Patrick Asiku, Martha, Director Martha Academy, Ben Pima, Chibazo Innocent, Asani, no Morgan Deco Bill Gadgets, Kapere Joel, Innocent Mugabe, uploading yeah. So Ben Pima, Kapere. Edwin Mugerwa, Mwebare Marvin, of course JK, Firstborn, Chris Da Vinci Banango Buze. Yeah. Those are the Abajire. I'm logging off, but just wanted to say thank you for the live other and nice engagements, fellow subscribers. Rain has refused to stop these ends of the interior. Hey, sorry. No wonder it's dark here. Yeah, hi Pasco Joseph. Thank you very much guys for being part of this broadcast. The network is betraying us, so I have to go. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll be live at 5:15 after the gym. And then we'll have a discussion. I'm going to schedule that live broadcast today. I'll see you soon. May God bless your Friday and Friday evening. Don't drink and drive. Put a rubber on if you don't trust that person, or don't even go there at all. If you're married, be faithful. Ciao.